Let's go next to our caller from the 831 area code. Caller from 831. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Phil from California.
Hey, Phil, what's up?
Hey, so recently New York decided to suspend the primaries, and last couple of weeks, people have been researching into the exit poll discrepancies between Super Tuesday and some other states. Do you have a lot of faith in the elections these days, and how confident are you in your vote being applied accurately in November?
Well, so there's two kind of the latter question is an easy one. I'm pretty confident my vote will be applied accurately in November. That's my belief based on what I observe voting here in Massachusetts in prior elections. But that's the more important question you're asking is the first one, which is general confidence in the election system. I mean, listen, there's no doubt that there is one party that has been working for 15 to 20 years to try to suppress the vote and or to disenfranchise. And this includes everything from redistricting and gerrymandering up through and including voter ID, voter purges, etc. Right now, based on what's going on right now, my instinct is that 2020, November 2020, is not going to be as determined by maybe voting machines as has been the focus in the past, but how people are interacting with the voting system in general, meaning vote in person versus vote by mail, and how coronavirus is going to affect turnout. So, because that is unprecedented and crazy, and we see one side, Democrats saying we should be voting by mail, you see Trump saying we should not be voting by mail, that is making me scared about what is going to happen in November of 2020. Now, all the other things like voter ID, everything that those are all still issues. But for me, what's most present and foremost of foremost importance for November is where are people going to vote? How are people going to vote? And how is that all going to be carried out? Because we know Trump knows vote by mail is bad for him.
Yeah, true. And I was also I had a lot of I have a lot of Bernie friends that the earlier caller was talking about the Never Biden thing, and
Yep.
they've discussed it. I think most people are going to actually vote for Biden because they kind of are going to do the math, and if they're going to 2 plus 2 is going to equal 4 for them, and they're going to vote
Most
for
people
Biden.
are. Most people. I
But
mean,
I
remember,
can
listen,
see a lot of
in just real quick, in 2016, I think you had about 10% of Bernie supporters ended up voting for Hillary. And that's, I'm
yeah.
sorry, ended up voting for Trump, ended up voting for Trump. 10% of Bernie supporters voted for Trump. That's roughly in line with what we see in terms of abandonment in prior elections. Like there was not a crazy number of amount of that in 2016.
Yeah, well, and Hillary's supporters voted for McCain more than
That's right.
Bernie's supporters voted for Trump.
Yep.
But I just think it's one of those things where the Democratic Party had a real chance to ignite a base, and they may have just created more independents and more people that just don't feel, like the party represents them anymore. Because, frankly, the whole campaign just felt like a smear. Everything on the media, it was just so negative. So I think a lot of people just have a bad taste in their mouth, and voting for Biden is not going to help them.
We will see where it all shakes out. I think that there's a universe where you are correct, but Biden still wins, right? I mean, the number you could be right, and
So
Biden
yeah,
still could get the votes he needs to become president. We've got 6 months to go, and a lot can happen between now and then.
yeah, we can put a lot of pressure on Biden to make our things happen if we want him to. So that's a
And
better
we
way to do
should,
it than try
and
to
we
deal with
should.
Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree
exactly.
with you. I agree
Thank you,
with you.
David.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Thank you so much.